Apart from being considered the most legendary Hollywood star of all time, Brad Pitt has stacked a pile of cash during his career. But have you ever stopped to wonder just how this playboy actor lives? In this video, we'll be looking at the 10 insanely expensive things owned by Brad Pitt. But before we begin, I challenge you to click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. And you have just 5 seconds for that. Got it? Let us know in the comment section. Now let's get started. Number 10, an eccentric motorbike collection valued at over $340,000. You'll need to pay through your nose to own an eccentric motorbike collection like Brad Pitt's. Well, literally. Not all the bikes in his garage are especially expensive. For example, his Type 9 starts at around $40,000. But then again, he probably paid a little bit more since it was custom made. Pitt's Eccentric Titanium Series XX, a $300,000 bike, is unquestionably the most costly bike in his garage. The luxury magazine even claims that this is the priciest bike in the world. At number 9, an enviable fleet of aircraft valued at $4.9 million. They say that if you're in trouble anywhere in the world, a helicopter can land and save your life. Well, let's just say that Brad Pitt's helicopter is an exception because it doesn't only cost an arm or a leg. You might need to put your life on the line to get something half as nice. Oh. His ex-wife Angelina Jolie allegedly bought a $1.6 million helicopter and flying lessons, a complete package, as a gift during their time together. Celebrity love is the sweetest. But hey, the actor also owns a Supermarine Spitfire, which, as far as World War II fighter planes go, is no doubt one of the coolest kids on the block. And he splurged some good $3.3 million to get them. Not your regular actor. At number 8, an intriguing fleet of cars that cost over $4 million. The cars in Brad Pitt's garage are so expensive, they really shouldn't be moving on land. Maybe Streets of Gold would be more rewarding. What do you buy as a 51st birthday gift for one of the biggest Hollywood actors in the world? Sure, Angelina Jolie's top suggestion would not be the kind that you would wrap in paper. Rather, it'll be something that you can roll over on a tarmac, a showstopper. This totally explains why she made her husband a proud owner of a Grand Aston Martin Vanquish Carbon Edition back in 2015, worth $300,000. Anyone even with a fleeting interest in cars and a healthy bank balance always joins the beeline for Audi dealerships. Guess that explains why he owns an Audi Q7 and Audi R8 Spider. According to Hot Cars, Pitt's fleet of cars also includes a Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4. His Lexus GS350 F Sport served as his everyday driver for a while, but these aren't the only impressive beasts in Pitt's garage. The G-Wagon seems to be a mandatory staple among the Beverly Hills elite, and clearly, the Oscar star is no exception. Pitt enjoys driving a variety of makes and models, so surprisingly, he owns 2 Chevys, one of which is the Chevy Tahoe, which ironically appears to be a popular choice for celebs traveling underground. But now, Pitt seems to have modified his taste. Nowadays, he tends towards more environmentally friendly vehicles to reduce his carbon footprint. So yes, he owns a 2007 BMW Hydrogen 7, because why not? The environmentalist actor continued to look into vehicles that work on alternative fuels with his 2 Teslas. One of these is the Tesla Model S, which was released 10 years ago, and the other remains a mystery. Perhaps that's the real incognito vehicle, not the Chevy Tahoe. At number 7, a luxurious collection of timepieces worth more than $7 million. Brad Pitt's luxury watch collection will literally make you drool with envy. The mere fact that it's worth more than his stash of luxury cars shows that he has a keen eye for luxury timepieces. He owns a variety of models from different brands. The bulk of it is Rolex, which actually seems to be more or less popular for the majority. He also owns a Day 241mm that comes in a pretty eccentric rose gold and a bronze weight dial. Now this watch is a must-have, really. Look at that dial combination. One of the few odd timepieces that he owns is a Cartier Tank Aguiche. Seriously, that watch has a very weird look, but it's also very special. If you decide to look it up, you'll find that it is very, extremely super rare, especially since it cost him $130,000. Also, when it comes to Patek Philippe, Brad Pitt is no stranger at all. In happier times, his ex-wife Angelina Jolie gave him the $300,000 Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711 as a gift when they were engaged. That one is always going to be a timeless watch, and right now, it's extremely hard to find. He's also a proud owner of a Patek 52.5 in rose gold with a black dial, a very elegant dress watch. It's essential for any premium collection. And the price tag? It's a whopping $6.7 million. We all know that anyone that has a $7 million Patek is obviously seriously into the watch game. Number 6. The Jolie Pitt Foundation, valued at $41 million. The Jolie Pitt Foundation is actually worth a fortune. When you have a net worth of $300 million like him, owning a luxury car collection would come naturally to you. But what you'd be more concerned about, however, is giving back, and Pitt has done a good job with this. He has contributed millions of dollars to numerous causes through the Jolie Pitt Foundation, personally giving the organization a portion of his yearly movie deal revenues. The Daily Mail reports that as of March 2019, the foundation has a $41 million market value. Number 5. An impressive real estate portfolio valued at $133.7 million. Brad Pitt has lots and lots of not-so-humble abodes. They're worth so much that the president has banned airplanes from flying over them. He previously spent $40 million buying a historic mansion on a clifftop in Carmel, California. According to the Wall Street Journal, his $40 million off-market acquisition of this prime section of California beachfront is one of the priciest acquisitions in the region's history. He also has many other properties across, like one in Los Angeles that's worth $1.7 million, another $4 million worth of property in Goleta, California. The Malibu mansion is also worth $12 million, while the New Orleans mansion is worth $3.5 million. Just like every other celebrity as wealthy and famous as he is, he owns a beautiful property in Beverly Hills that cost $12.5 million. Sure, you strongly believe that the legendary actor could not possibly own any further luxury residence at this point. Or could he? Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but he does. The enormous estate, also known as Pensmore, started its development in 2011 and is one of the largest residential residences in the nation. This lavish mansion's living space is a mind-boggling 72,000 square feet. Another luxurious property in his real estate portfolio is his Chateau Miraval home. Guess how much he splurged on this one? $60 million. Speaking of the Chateau Miraval, it's at number 4, valued at $160 million. The Chateau Miraval is so expensive that even if all your 32 teeth were made of gold and you chose to sell them, it wouldn't even match up to a tenth of the price. In 2008, Brad Pitt purchased 150 acres of vineyard on the Chateau Miraval, just south of their estate in France, for what? Wine. But why go to a bar to drink wine when you can afford your own winery? The price that Brad Pitt and Jolie paid for Chateau Miraval in 2008 has more than doubled to almost $160 million. It was definitely worth the investment. Number 3, Plan B Entertainment, valued at $300 million. Personally, I think it should have been named Silver Spoon or Sheer Luck Entertainment, because those are the two things a person would need to own such a rewarding enterprise. Cinema is fast becoming international, and myriads of talents are emerging across the world. So Brad Pitt must be making wads of cool cash now, being the sole owner of Plan B while the entertainment industry is at its prime. Buying Jennifer Aniston's stake from the company after their divorce in 2005 is truly one of the smartest decisions that he's ever made. The Financial Times reported that Plan B Entertainment is currently valued at more than $300 million. You'd probably need the mind of Einstein to build something this huge. At number 2, two luxury yachts valued at $330.6 million. Saying that Brad Pitt's luxury yacht cost a fortune would be the understatement of the year. The famous Inglourious Basterds actor spent over $323 million to get a new toy for the family. The then Hollywood newlyweds Mr. and Mrs. Smith were said to have bought the top-of-the-range ship, with future plans to spend way more than that to make it fit their specification, including being decked out with the finest Italian marble. Pitt always fancied a beautiful yacht because he also spent another $7.6 million to cop a personal one for himself. He bought the super yacht after he sold a share of his French vineyard to the famous winemaker Mark Perrin. And at number 1, a resort in Croatia valued at $1.5 billion, with a B, billion. I'd have said that you need to break the bank for this one, but then even if you do, I don't think you'd be able to gather enough to build a resort like this. Owning a resort is not far-fetched from an actor like Brad Pitt, who has traveled the world and gone on many vacations. Pitt is working on a billion-dollar project, which is still in the planning stages. The secluded region of Zablais, well known for its salt pans and progressively attracting more tourists, is the ideal setting for Brad Pitt's upcoming project. The Ocean's 11 actor is stepping into the hotel industry after spending the majority of his life in front of the camera, and he has a posh project in the works on Croatia's Adriatic coast. Guess what this gargantuan project is estimated to cost? More than $1.5 billion! Whew! So there you have it. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure to comment which other videos you'd like to see. See you next time.